Okay. Um, so this recording webinar is for demo of the client portal or the Homeowner Connect portal for PHFA affiliates. As you can see on my screen, this is the client portal specific for a PHFA affiliate where the clients come in here, and if it's their first time um, creating the application or they haven't signed in before, they'll need to click on Get Started. Else, if it's a returning client, they have already created their login and access to the application, they can go ahead and click on Sign In to continue with their application. So let us start an application by clicking on Get Started. Go and collect few basic information here. Reason for assistance and the type of assistance will be pre-selected. And as every agency have their own specific URL or the website, that specific URL would be associated with this counseling agency that we are using for today's demo purpose. And the client clicks on proceed, accept the terms and conditions. And in the next few screens, we'll collect few basic information for the contact info, current address, and create a login for the client. Please keep in mind that the email and password that you are entering here is for creating a login to the application. So the email will be used as a user ID, and the password that you wish, you will need to enter it here and retype it here again. Go ahead and click on proceed. So it seems like this email ID has already been used earlier. So we'll need to uh, use another one. Oh, let's try. Okay. Current address details and click on proceed. And if there is any specific information you want to communicate with the counselor, and click on submit. So this would start or create an application. You would also receive a welcome email from no reply at indiesoft.us email ID. Let's go ahead and click on proceed to access the application. As you can see here, we have entered the application, and on the left-hand side, you see the navigation tabs such as the applicant info, where their personal information, which we'll still need to go ahead and complete, especially the ones marked with the red asterisks. Let's go ahead and complete that. So once we have marked or entered all the mandatory information, we'll click on proceed. If there is a co-applicant or another person you would want to add, you can do that by clicking on the add co-applicant link, and that would add another row here with that information. Next, we'll go ahead and click on QA. So if there is anything that you'd want to update here, we'll go ahead and have those details answered for every question that you're seeing here. Once you've entered all that information, we'll go ahead and click on OK. And if there's any edits to be made to the questions you have answered, we can go ahead and click on the edit button to make those changes. Right. Next, go to the financial section. Here it's segregated by income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. To enter that information, we'll go ahead and click on expand. That would give us these fields, which we can go ahead and enter. And once we have completed, we'll go ahead and click on save. Okay. And next, let's move to the document section. So these are the documents configured here that you can see. We can upload them by either clicking on the upload document button, click on add files, choose the document from your machine, click on open, and click the upload button. Document uploaded successfully. Okay, you can also take or upload an image from your phone, as this portal is mobile responsive. If you're accessing this application through your mobile device, you could use the camera to take a photo and have that uploaded in the documents page. So there are a few additional options here for the client. They can use the messaging feature right here to communicate to the counseling agency. So they can click on the compose message, choose the counseling agency, and click send. So that would send a message to the counselor and they would review that notification and reply back to that message. To sign out of the application, you can click on the client can click on the logout button to sign out of the application. As you can see in the overview, this client has now created an application with the necessary details for the counselor to start working on this application. Let us now jump over to the counseling portal and see what the counselor sees and how they can work with this application that they have just received. Give me one moment while I sign into the counselor portal. Right. Now we have signed into the counselor portal, and as we can see on the dashboard, that case has been received, and the counselor would also receive a notification that a case has been created. So they can click on that application. They can review all the details that's been put in by that client. So there's a lot of data fields that's already been entered, which would make the counselor's uh, effort putting in that data much easier now because they can directly start doing the counseling services. Do the financials. As this is a test portal, we see some test data in there, and also the application may be a little slow because of the test portal. And the counselor could use the documents upload feature to review the documents uploaded by the client. The counselor has access to make changes, make edits to the data that's already been put in. The counselor could also upload documents on behalf of the client, or if there is any additional documents that the counselor seems to think that the client needs to upload, they could even use the document request feature to have a message sent over to the client. We can see here the client's already been uploading documents, and if there is any additional documents the counselor wants from the client, they can click on the action button, click on the request, and send that request over to the client. So the client would receive a message saying that the counselor is requesting these documents to be uploaded. So they can then proceed to uploading those documents through the client portal. The counselor, similar to the client portal, they have access to all the messages that the client sends over, so they can review those messages sent here. And if they would want to communicate anything with the client, they need not use any outside means of communication as they have this feature readily available. This way, by utilizing the client portal to initiate an application and receive through the client portal, the counselor could, in an alternative way, can also create an application by themselves or initiate it by themselves and generate credentials to then give access to the client to the application where they could communicate or request documents as well. So to do that, let's go ahead and show you how to do that. We'll go ahead and create a new application. Click on the client list to search for a client. Click on the terms and conditions. Um, you will see generate credentials as a link right here next to the client list. Will You'll need to click on that link right here. Additionally, in the documents page where you need to upload, you should see generate credentials link here as well. Similarly, once you click on generate credentials, you would then be sending an email notification that would be automatically sent to the client, where they'll receive a link along with the login credentials, where they can sign into the client portal and start uploading any requested documents, and could also have a channel for communication through the messaging feature. So this way, either a client can initiate a case uh, to the PHFA affiliate, and the other way is for the counselor to create an application and then give access to the client through the generate credentials feature. Um, One other thing right here for the counseling agency is for them to have this ability to update the designated counselor working on that case. So if you wish to update that from one counselor to the other, on the case information screen, if you scroll down, you can see the designated user field right here, which is set to this person. So if you would want to change it to another one, we can click on that user or the counselor, and under the drop down, you can select whom you want this to be updated to, and click Save. So now you see that the counselor has been updated from one to the other. So this way, any um, notifications or messages that needs to be sent would now start going to the new counselor instead of the previous one. Also, if there is a instance where you would want to update bulk cases from one counselor to the other, you could do that as well. First, let's go to the case search screen. Yeah. Search for the case type or any specific bunch of cases whom you would want to update the designated users to, and click on search. So we see all that result set here at the bottom of the screen. So you can pick and choose the one you want or select them all. And under the actions button, you can click on the assign user. And now we can change all those cases to have this new counselor as a designated user. Okay, so this way it gives you an ability to bulk update designated users for a number of cases. Let's get back to the dashboard. So once a case has been submitted or created by the client through the Homeowner Connect portal, the case created notification would go out to the default user on the counseling agency. That default user could be seen under the agency information. So as you can see, the default user has been set to John Doe, and these notifications would be going to this person. So if that contact or the default user from the counseling agency would want to update the designated user of that case, they'll need to go to that specific case and update that designated user from one to the other. Okay.
And Darshawn, if they want to change the default user, how would they go about doing that? Let's say maybe they're on vacation for 2 weeks or they're going away and those cases need to be changed to come into someone else. How would they go about doing that?
Sure. So if the default user for the counseling agency needs to be updated, we'll go under the admin tab to the agency information. So the default user is right here, which is John Doe. But if that user is going on vacation or no longer works at the agency, you wouldn't want to miss any notifications that coming into the counseling agency. So you would want to update that default user from the previous one to the new one and scroll down and click on save. And by doing this, any future notifications would be going to the new user. Thanks for bringing that up. Justin, any other questions we need to go over?
No, I think you hit it all. So you can stop it now.
Okay. Justin, is there anything else we need to touch base on regarding this?
No, I think that was a very comprehensive presentation. So yeah, now hopefully you all have a better understanding of the Homeowner Connect portal. We think it's a way that you can more efficiently work with your clients, complete the intake with your clients to free the counselors up to do what they do best, which is counsel. So this will conclude the training portion of the Homeowner Connect. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead and stop the recording now.